as I was saying, the most holiest being runs out of patience. Take Adam and Eve, for example, being kicked out of a garden. Take Samson, for an example. Take Goliath, for an example. The Holy Spirit will only let things go for so long until it puts things back into perspective. And I was thinking, because this person assumed that I was upset or I was angry or I was mad because about the plant. But even the creator of all things has a limit. Doesn't make it not holy. It just makes it to correct what is right. Correct what is wrong is what I meant to say. Take the King David, all the wrong that he did. Take Peter for what he was doing. Even go as far so far as the walls of Jericho. And they were living in the times of Sodom and Gomorrah. I can continue to go on, but I don't think I need to go on any more than what I've already gone on the grace that the Creator gives others, because this being is the most holiest being in creation. So this, just because you go and you test someone just to see whether they're going to get angry, because people do it to monks and expect them to have humility and expect them to not chastise or not set you down, but in a respectful manner. We would not be of the Creator if we didn't have some type of emotion, because the Creator is full of emotion. To make it unemotionalist, having no emotion, it might as well be an android, a being that's all cybernetics with no feeling, no expression. But great I Am is a lot of expression. Even sometimes can be funny. So you're looking for a being that has no emotion, that will take as much as they can take continuously without getting a little, their collars getting a little frazzled or getting a little turned over or ruffled. To have no emotion is to not have any heart. To have no emotion is to not have love. To have no emotion is to not forgive. And knowing how to forgive. Because those that don't have emotions, they don't know how to forgive. Sure, they may show emotions toward some things that may be what's important to them, but when it comes to spirit, when it comes to spirituality, or when it comes to the creator of all things, or when it comes to other people's feelings, some people may have that, and some people may not. But some people have more feelings toward animals than they do toward humans. And this is my roommate. Has more feelings toward an animal than they have toward human life. Well, let's just say this person pick and choose what they decide they want to have feelings for. You know, a homeless person, no feelings. But any animal, all the feelings in the world, and crying and boo-hooing, and when it comes to a person, no. So, but that comes with unwillingness to forgive. So, I just wanted to get on and give more examples of the Creator has patience, but it's to a limit. It is to a limit. So, testing me to see if I'm going to get angry, it's pointless. It's pointless because not that I'm free of emotion, I'm just free of my own insecurities. I'm just free of my own heart. I don't harbor, I don't hold on to things, nothing like that. So therefore, I'm not angry. That's all. I just wanted to add a little bit more to this video that I just did not so long ago. But there are a lot of people who have tasted the great I Am's punishment, wrath, or judgment. We're not the only people that's faced the great I Am's judgment. There were those before us. So don't expect someone who is of the great I Am, following the great I Am, to not have patience, or to be, what's the word I'm looking for? To not go off, so to speak. Because for us to just get upset, it doesn't make us not as who we say we are, or testing us to see how much you can continue pushing until someone just pops. No, like I said, even the creator of all things has a limit. It doesn't make them less holy. It doesn't make them not merciful. Does not make them not, doesn't make them less holy. It's just there's a limit. When the great I Am's children is not listening, You get what you get. The result of you is your end and how you want it to be. Because it's up to you whether you want to forgive or not. That's why it's called free will. But then, where would that get you? Probably hardly anywhere. But please stop testing the limits of those that call themselves preachers, teachers, evangelists, watchmen. Please stop testing these people. Because it doesn't make any sense. Just to see what you can get out of them, or see if they're true, or how they speak, and you got the wrong perception, and I can do whatever I want to do to them. I can, just like kids, you get a new dog, and it's an older dog, but then you got this little baby that can little toddler that's just barely walking, going to grab him by the ears or grab him by the tail and start dragging him down the hallway. Eventually that dog's going to turn around and bite him. Because you cannot do that with these people that are children of the great I am. Because they have a limit as well. But it doesn't make them less holy. It just makes them human. It just makes them like the great I am, with feelings and emotions and heartfelt. Doesn't make them less righteous. For if you think that way, then you should be calling the great I am unrighteous. And that's blasphemy. Because you were created through the I am. Even the dark entities are created through the I am. But dark forces, they have no remorse. They're just rabid dogs. They're just goats. They're wild boars. They're hyenas, serpents. Cold-blooded. They don't have any feel about anything going one way or the other. So don't test people that are righteous. It just doesn't make any sense. Because you're trying to prove a point. And what point would that be? Because it wouldn't be a point that you prove it, because the great I am gets at some point fed up. So what point would you be making exactly? Oh, this person is not as holy as they say they are. Say that about the great I am. Because the great I am has gotten fed up multiple times. Even with disciples. Those that didn't listen, those that didn't follow direction. Now what? You're still going to say that they're not what they say they are? Can't. You just can't. So testing people, whether they who they say they are or not, what you're doing is ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. It's not logical. Because I'm a human being and I'm of the great I am, the light. The great I am is a very emotional being. An unemotional being is Satan. An unemotional being is AI. Cybernetics, these dolls that they got now that, human-like figures with no emotion. That's Satan. Someone dies in front of them. Oh well, it's nothing. There's no feeling behind it. There's no emotion. There's no emotion of love, compassion. So for you that are trying to rattle people's cages because they consider themselves holy, you're wasting your time. Because if you continue to rattle the cage, the great I am is going to rattle your cage, and you're not going to like it. You're not going to like the end result, is what I'm saying. Stay in your places. Stay in your lane. Can't ride the fence. It's either left or right, dark or light. I'm gonna leave this here. Pick up your trees. Keep your lamps full. Learn to love each other like you love yourself. Learn to forgive and let live and let go. For this is truly your salvation. For this is the number one law. For now, thank you for listening. Till next time, the one out.